Welcome, students. Welcome all to the Bonsai Kai Dojo. Class is now in session right here on the Bonsai Kai Dojo. If you are a fan of Cobra Kai or the Karate Kid trilogy, you absolutely want to be subscribed to this channel. Down below, subscribe and turn those notifications on. And to all the students here, we have a guest today, a guest speaker. Say hello.
Hello.
And they are going to assist me with this video just like the previous one. So, in our previous video, during the live stream in the chat, we had someone named Lauren210, if we remember that correctly, right? Lauren210.
I believe so.
And she brought up a really, really good point. If you remember, at the end of Season 2 of Cobra Kai, we ended up seeing Johnny throwing his phone, his smartphone, his Ericsson, remember that? The one he loved so much. He took it, threw it onto the beach, and then as he walks away, as he throws the keys into his challenger, the Cobra Kai official challenger, he walks away, and then we hear the ringing coming from the beach of the phone that Johnny has just thrown. And what do we see, guest speaker?
We see on Johnny's phone a notification from Facebook from Allie.
And right there, that's right. And who is Allie? So everyone remembers.
Johnny's ex-girlfriend from high school, and then she also dated Daniel.
That's right. So, the question here is someone going to find his phone? Because, I didn't really think much of it until we did the last stream. Hey, Blackbeard, welcome back. Until the last stream we did, where we spoke about all of this, and Lauren210 said, hey, who's going to find the phone? And we didn't really think much of it because at the end of the episode of Season 2 of Episode 10, the last episode, we really didn't think much of the fact that maybe there's a significance when someone actually discovering the phone. I personally didn't think that. But what is your guess to the guest speaker here? What do you think? Who do you think could potentially find the phone and why?
I think that it could potentially be Daniel who finds the phone. And I think that because Daniel, when he goes to do his meditation kata, ends up at the beach like Mr. Miyagi did. So imagine if he ends up going down to the beach after all this insanity, after the school brawl, to clear his head, and goes down there to go do his kata and finds Johnny's phone with that notification.
Something else just popped into my head. There's a huge significance here with the meditation kata, as you mentioned, and the reason being is that we see that Robbie, I believe it was that also in Season 2 when Robbie walks up while Daniel's actually doing the meditation kata, and Robbie asks, hey, what are you doing? And then he says, oh, Mr. Miyagi taught this for when my mind was cluttered or whatever. And then Robbie says, oh, is your mind cluttered now, or are you stressed out now? And he's like, no, kind of, not really. Maybe he tried to shake it off. This show always foreshadows stuff that's going to happen either in an upcoming season or an upcoming episode. They're notorious for it.
And last season also showed Robbie and Sam down at the beach doing kata at one point too.
That's true. That's another thing to keep in mind. Thomas Field says it's Hawk who finds Johnny's phone in the car. I mean, I definitely could see Hawk driving the car, without a doubt. I could definitely see that. It would fit his personality. Is he old enough to drive? Sam drives.
I don't know.
That's a good question. Hey, the Haunted Road Trip. I love that username. My theory is that Allie will help her out. Oh, wait. My theory is that Allie will help out her and Johnny reconnect, and Robbie's community service is taking care of Robbie, and they bond over his recovery. Well, the recovery is definitely a time of bonding, without a doubt. I don't know why they retracted the message, but that was a good one, Haunted Road Trip. That made sense, But what would your question be for everyone, guest speaker, that's watching right now, to answer in the comments section? What do you think? What are your overall thoughts?
Who do you think will find the phone and why?
I'm going with Daniel. I think you brought up a good point because I could definitely see him on the beach, maybe doing the crane thing or something, or whatever. And the question is Daniel going to find the phone before he leaves for Okinawa or not?
I
You
would think
know?
it would have to be in the first episode or two because they clean beaches and stuff. They have those weird like car things that drive and scoop up debris.
Debris,
So
yeah.
it's like I would
So
assume it would be shortly after this whole brawl thing that Daniel goes to clear his mind.
I think it's totally
Especially
possible.
now that his wife Amanda wants nothing to do with the Karate No More Dojo. He can't do his meditation kata at home. Amanda's gonna freak out.
That's a good point. Haunted Road Trip is saying maybe Tori. I mean, really, we could say maybe anyone at this point, but I think it would make most sense if Daniel found it.
Especially with that notification being on the phone screen.
Definitely. Yeah, because they're doing that on purpose. They know it's going to cause turmoil and tension between the two of them, and it's going to cause major issues for Daniel and his wife. But that's a story for another time.
Right.
So guys, answer the question down below. We'll see what everyone thinks. I definitely think that we could see some pretty wild stuff happening in season 3. And if you want to join us on that journey, I highly recommend you become a student of this dojo. Subscribe down below by tapping that red button and tap the little bell icon next to it and turn on all notifications so you don't miss any of our future uploads. I want to say thank you to our guest speaker here today for being here with all of us.
No problem.
Finally, Blackbeard says Daniel makes the most sense for sure, and I think that's what we're all going with. And everybody, before you leave the video, if you are a fan of Cobra Kai or the Karate Kid trilogy, we definitely urge all of you to subscribe down below as mentioned, and definitely hit that like button down below to support the channel. We're going to go for 100 likes on this video. And Blackbeard is saying, but I vote for Stingray getting the car. Absolutely. I think that would be hilarious. I think Hawk or Stingray is going to get the car, but probably Hawk. So until next time, students, always remember, strike first, strike hard, no mercy. And until next time, always remember, class is dismissed.